Hello. In this video, I'll explain you how we did 56K in one day by understanding creative strategy. So first of all, my name is Timothy Tambala. I'm the founder of the e-commerce brand Eve Curl. So as you can see here, we've done over 56K euros, so even more in dollars in one day on the 7th of Feb in 2025. This is the brand. You can see we've over 2,500 Trustpilot reviews. That day we spent over 23K in Meta. And this is our website. Like you can literally see myself here on the website, and a nice picture with my mother and my brother. Like we launched this brand together. And in this video, I will explain you like what is the thing that we understand that allows us to achieve this level. So first of all, if you're working on your own ecom brand and could use some support, I'm offering more hands-on help. So check the link in the description if you're curious. But with that said, let's get right into it. So first of all, to have success with Facebook ads, you need to understand who your customer is and why you're buying. Like it is very important to understand this. And that is what this video will be about. I will help you understand who is your customer, why are they buying, and how can you convince them to buy your own product. So to give a general overview of how an e-commerce funnel looks like is the following. So this is your product, this is your creatives, and this is a pool of potential customers. And what you're trying to do basically is with your creative, so your ads, you're using these ads to convince people in this pool of potential customers to buy your product. So you're using these ads as a tool to convince them to buy your product. However, it is very important then that you probably understand who are these people? Who are these people in this pool? Because now it looks like a very broad pool. But if you're using ads to convince them, you need to understand who they are. So we can break this pool down like this. So this potential customer group consists of different personas. And within one persona group, also people can buy for different reasons. So this big pool which you first saw, you can basically divide it into different groups. So here we have a group of people, here you have another group of people, here you have another group of people. So these are all different persona types. And in a specific group, you can probably divide it even more. So in here, you could probably divide it into, okay, here is angle one, here is angle two. So we have this persona type, and in this persona type, people can buy for different reasons. And that's what you need to understand. So like in your potential customer group, what different persona types are there? And what are the reasons why they are buying? So, for example, here you have the brand Loop earplugs. This is a nine-figure e-commerce brand, and in this video, I'm going to use them as an example. So, to keep it simple, I focus on two different persona types. So, like these, their potential customer group. It consists of it's more persona types, but for this video, it consists of one, students, and two, office workers. So these are basically the different, like if they have this entire customer group, you could maybe split it in half, and then half the people are students, half the people's office workers. So these are the people who are buying their products. But then it's important to understand that each persona can be approached with different marketing angles tailored to their specific needs. So it could be that an angle to sell these earplugs. So these are basically earplugs, and that they could sell them by angle one, which is protect your hearing. So it's about reduce long-term damage from noise exposure. Another angle could be that it can improve your concentration, so that that you can use these earplugs to block out distractions and stay focused. These are two possible angles which you could sell these products. Could be even more, but for this video I'm looking at two examples. So what you need to do is you need to divide your potential customer base into segments and create tailored ads for each one. So basically look at your potential customer base, look at, okay, what personas are in this customer base. Okay, then you divide it. Okay, you have persona one, persona two, persona three. Okay, and then you look at persona one. Which angles can I use to sell this product? So maybe persona one so there's an angle which you can use for loop earplugs for students, about protecting your hearing, or about improving your concentration. So this is what we did here. So here you can see we divided the two personas, one students and one office workers, into both. Now for students, two angles, and for office workers, I put even three angles. So we have here angle one for students could be that they have more focus while studying. So that is like an angle which you can approach students with. Another angle would be, for example, to prevent hearing damage at college parties. And then we have office workers. So, for example, it could be for office workers, we could have more focus during work. But another angle could be for office workers, like prevent hearing damage at concerts, like because a lot of office workers are also going to concerts, so maybe preventing hearing damage at concerts. Another one could be sleeping better, like as there might be a lot of people, a lot of office workers who have sleeping problems. Another angle could be to sell to office workers who have sleeping problems. So this shows you basically how this one product, simple product, you could already sell in five different ways. One to students who are want more focus while studying, or office workers who want to sleep better, office workers who want to focus more during work. Like all these different segments, basically, we can now focus on. So this is how you really segmented your audience. And because in this way you can create a very tailored ad for a specific segment. Because the ad which you're going to create, it needs to speak to the audience. That's why it's really important to understand who is your customer. And by dividing it in this way, you have a clearer view of what to focus on. And so as you can see, so we have you can come up with endless amounts of personas and endless amounts of angles. And so initially just test lots of different angles and just see what works best. And then deep dive on that. So like for example, if you would be this brand Loop, you would try students who want to focus more on studying, who want to have less hearing damage, who want to focus more during work, just office workers who want to focus more during work or sleep better. Try lots of different things and just see, okay, where do I get the best results initially, and then just deep dive on that. That is really what I would advise. But then you know, okay, so this angle, this persona is working best, and then you can make even more and more ads. But at least you know I'm targeting this specific person, and then you can speak his language. Okay, and now we'll go over the creative part. Like, okay, what ads do you actually need to create? So first of all, it is important to understand that you can basically divide your ads into two groups. One is the top of funnel ads, and one is the bottom of funnel ads. And as you can see, the top of funnel ads is part I made it much bigger, as your bulk of ads should be these types of ads. So these ads are for new people. So these ads, they build awareness, they spark interest. So like if someone has never heard about your brand, you need to have like types of ads which appeal to these people. So you can use storytelling. You can really cover their pain points to convince someone who has never heard about your brand that your product is good, that your brand is good. And maybe they don't buy immediately, but at least you need ads that can approach these new people that have never heard of you. And good formats for these ads are usually like video ads or some scroll stopping statics, like some static ads that just appeal to someone who has never heard of your brand. And then we have as well bottom of funnel ads. So bottom of funnel ads are for warm audiences. So yeah, these ads are just used to just push the customer to buy. Basically how it works is, so your top of funnel ads, they are to create awareness, and probably like a lot of people will also buy straight away from your top of funnel ads because they just got convinced straight away. However, some people, okay, so they never heard of you, now they see your first top of funnel ads where you talk about your brand, about your product, about what it does. People think, oh yeah, that's a good idea. They maybe even check your website, but they just didn't buy yet. That's why you have these bottom of funnel ads. So these are for warm audiences, and these are there just to push them right over the edge. So what's good to use in these types of ads is just like urgency. For example, hey, the sale ends. Like a sale maybe ends today. Put some extra reviews or state down your offer. State down, hey, today you can buy this bundle with 10% off. Because just things like this will convince someone who is just not sure yet but already knows you. It will convince him to take the last step to get your product. And good formats for this are statics or like testimonial videos, product highlights like in a video or picture form, but just have this urgency element or like a review element, or showing maybe even a guarantee, like just the last things which a person needs to go over the edge. So why do you need both? Well, because top of funnel basically brings brings in new eyes. It like increases your potential audience of people who know you, and your bottom of funnel ads, they convert them. And you need both to grow and scale, because probably your bottom of funnel ads will have better performance than your top of funnel ads, but without the top of funnel ads, the bottom of funnel ads won't work well. Like the top of funnel ads need to create the awareness for the bottom of funnel ads to then push them to buy. Like it all, like it's not one ad that you need. Like you need a big group of ads who all work together. And then to continue, so how would you then create these top of funnel ads? So first of all, videos work very very well for top of funnel ads. And for these videos, it's good to follow a certain framework. Like a nice framework which I follow a lot with my own brand is this. So first of all, you would start with the hook. So this is the first 3 seconds. It's very very important that you grab attention in this in this part of the video, because a person is scrolling probably on his phone, watching hundreds of videos at once, and then you need to have some strong hook which really speaks to the person, such that you can grab this person's attention. And then you need to introduce the problem. Like you need to relate to the person, like introduce some relatable pain of your potential customer, and so that the person can relate to this problem. So you first grab them with the hook, then you state the problem, like you make it relatable so the customer really relates with the video, and then you come with the solution to this problem. So you tell them they relate with your problem, and then you tell them, hey, but my product is the solution. So your product is the hero in this story. That this your product will solve this customer's problem. So after the solution, then you just add some extra benefits, some USPs. So what are special things about your product? Why does it work? What is special about it? Just state any great unique selling points about your product. And then number five, so the fifth part of the video is just adding some credibility. So state your reviews. How many reviews have you had? Maybe some happy customers. Show pictures of happy customers, or maybe also state a guarantee. Like if you have a money back guarantee, state it. Let people know, like this product is so good that you as a company you even offer a 30-day money back guarantee, which means that they can buy your product, and if they're not happy within 30 days, they can send back the product and they get all their money back. Just add things like that, just to put some more credibility. And then after that, you put in the call to action. So the call to action is where you tell them what to do. So you tell them, okay, so now please go to my website and make sure to get to do today. Just something like that. So just by following this simple structure, you have a great framework to just now build loads of ads. And because this is a proven framework, so of course you can deviate from this. But if you want some structure and you don't know where to start, please follow this structure, and this will really help you just with creating lots of ads. Like this is basically the structure which we follow for almost all of our video ads. And here are some examples as well of the brands which I was talking about previously, Loop earplugs. Here you can see some top of funnel ads. So you can see here it's a 30-second video here where basically they talk about this product. Yeah, here as well. Like these are just some examples of how does a top of funnel ad look like. So usually it's a video which can just properly introduce your brand, introduce your product, really relate to the customer, and just create awareness for your brand. Okay, so that is how you create top of funnel ads. So now we'll go over how to create bottom of funnel ads. So statics work very, very well for bottom of funnel ads. What matters for these is that like the offer is basically key. So like mention in this static ad, like is there any discount or like a bundle discount or free shipping? Mention it there and have a clear call to action. So like shop now, don't miss this. Like mention like tell people what to do. Basically people like need to be told what to do. And also mention any social proof in there, like reviews, snapshots, star ratings, like trust builders, that like guarantees, 100-day returns, things like that. Or maybe give a quick recap of the USPs, because you need to think about it like this. Like the goal of this ad is to give the final push. So these people, they already know your brands. They've already heard about you. They probably have been seeing your ads for weeks already, but they just haven't bought yet. So think about it. Which things can you say just to push them over? Probably it is just to remind them, hey, today is the last chance to get this deal. Or, hey, we have this deal. Or, oh, by the way, if you didn't know yet, you can just buy our product. And if you don't like it, you can just return it and you get all your money back. Like these are the things which just help to push the buyer. So really try to think about it through this framework once you create these products and these ads. And here are some examples for loop earplugs, like how their bottom of funnel ads look like. So they, for example, here they just have a simple ad where they highlight their different products. So these people already probably know their brands, but they just haven't bought it. And then they come up with such a bottom of funnel ad where they just show, look, we have these types of product, different colors. And for example, here's another bottom of funnel ad. And here they mention that you can buy a bundle. So you can have two types of earplugs and then you get 20% off. Probably if you've never heard about this brand or never even heard about this product, such type of ad wouldn't appeal to you. Then probably you would appeal more to such type of ad because like you just need a bit more of warming up to do before you make your buying decision. But eventually, if you already know the brand, you already know what it does, you're very already very low in the funnel, then that's when these ads come into play, just to push you right over the edge to make the purchase. All right, so I've just explained to you that first of all, you need to really understand who is your customer. Dissect your potential customer group into different segments. So different personas, different angles, and try to approach them, try to advertise them then with different types of ads, video ads, static ads. Keep in mind that you need top of funnel ads, you need bottom of funnel ads, like you need different types of ads that all work together basically, because it's not just one ad that a person sees and then they buy it. They see over a course of weeks or days, they see different types of ads. And in the end, as a result of everything, they make a decision to buy. And after testing different personas and angles, then you've identified what resonates. Like because you will see, okay, when and these types of ads targeting this specific customer group, this works very well. And once you found this, now it's time to go deep. So then you just refine, you iterate, and you just scale what's working and focus especially on improving your top of funnel ads because this is where the real growth happens. Like improving your top of funnel ads is what gets new people in touch with your business because you cannot just keep increasing your bottom of funnel because the top of funnel is what fills the funnel. So don't forget the bottom of funnel, but the top of funnel is what really drives the growth. So focus mostly on that. And what I mean with refining, iterating, and scaling what's working. So once you have found what works and you have found which angle and persona works best is so create a new ad and sharpen the hook, make a better hook. Maybe think about different pain points. Okay, so what are other pain points that I can use for this angle and this persona? Or highlight maybe a different scenario, a different lifestyle. Like think about different ways you can make changes in the ad to appeal even better to this specific customer. Because just make your brand impossible to ignore. That's just what's most important. You need to be on the feeds of these people. Yeah, initially focus on one persona and one angle. And once you have it mastered, like once you've found skill in this, you've it mastered, you truly understand it, you are successfully selling in this group, you feel like you've tapped out this market, then it's time to expand. So you know, okay, this type of persona. So let's say for loop earplugs, you've been focusing on students who want to have less hearing damage whilst partying. Once you've mastered that, then you can expand to the next category. Okay, so now you don't want to focus on students anymore. Maybe you want to change the persona. Okay, now you focus not only on students but on office workers. But first, focus on one persona, one angle, master it. Once you have that, then expand. So to summarize, you need to understand your target audience because you need to make ads that truly resonate with your customers and because you need to understand how to speak to your customers. And please combine top of funnel and bottom of funnel ads because as I said, people don't just watch one ad. They will see different types of ads depending on which stage they are at in the funnel. You need to understand that and make use of that. So create ads that spark awareness, and for the people that had not been converted yet, create some bottom of funnel ads to just push them right over the edge. And once you test different types of ads, just iterate on what works, and then it's time to scale to the moon. Because understanding this really well will help you grow your e-commerce brand. Because this is basically what helped us grow our own e-commerce brand and why we did 56K in one day. And yeah, that's basically it. And also, as I said earlier, If you need more personal help with growing your e-commerce brand, I am here to help. So please check the link in the description for more information, because this is really something I wish I had when I started with my own brand, Eve Curls, because it would really have saved me years and hundreds of thousands of dollars. With that said, thanks for watching, and please let me know in the comments what you want to see next, because I will be creating more and much more videos than this about different topics regarding e-commerce. So see you in the next video.